Well, I was a ring bearer for my cousin Grant. It was interesting to say the least. I mean, it in normal standards, it's usually a younger person, but he'd rather have me do it. Well, I slept in an Airbnb and I slept on a very uncomfortable bed. I mean, holy hell, uncomfortable. Well, first of all, you could hear the springs every time you move. The whole thing was like a thin mattress, probably that freaking wide. You could feel the springs. That was even worse. Just all around. I mean, the bed was terrible. The house was nice on the inside, anyways. Oh, I mean, Waterford, it was a fairly nice little town. They had two roundabouts, one right after the other, all brick buildings. Very small, beautiful little place. It seemed to be more of, I want to say, like old time shops and stuff like that, I would say. It's actually very much what I expected. I wouldn't have chose white for the outside color, but hey, I didn't make it.
What would you have chosen for the outside color?
Probably more of a green. Meeting the best man for the first time, that was something. He was a character. To be blunt, he's like a mixture of trying to be fancy with a mixture of Steve Urkel and Pee Wee Herman. Was smart like Urkel and funny like Pee Wee Herman. I'm doing something. Great, now we're gonna fucking start all over again. Slater is, I mean, he's a cool guy. Really, really tall. Funny, really funny.
What are some of the funny things?
First of all, his laugh is contagious, so that's, there's that. He's talking about his wife, how she was sitting in the car, and I asked him, well, why didn't you bring her in? She goes, or he's, well, I tried, but you know, she kind of she gets to do whatever she wants to do. And I'm just like, oh, okay, you know.
It is time to set up for the actual wedding ceremony. What's that like?
See, that is where I was more like, I gotta make sure I don't screw anything up, you know. I mean, I really wasn't too afraid of thinking I was gonna screw something up. Just more or less having it in the back of my head, like, how do they want me to carry the pillow with the rings on it, and how, like, what in order are we going? Stuff like that. I'd say it was nerve-wracking for all of us.
What are you thinking as you're walking down and everyone's looking at you?
I'm 27-year-old walking down the aisle with a small pillow. I mean, compared to my hand, that thing was small. Thinking someone is just sitting there laughing, you know? Someone's laughing. It's all like, oh, hey, look, it's a little kid. It's me.
Now, did anyone actually laugh?
Yeah, our Aunt Mary.
Aunt Mary laughed as you came down the aisle.
She snickered. I heard her.
Okay.
Yeah, like, walking down the aisle, it wasn't the bad part. It was actually before I got there. The lady, she was like, I'm holding it in one hand because it could fit in one hand, right?" And she goes, "Hold it with both hands." I'm like, "Are you serious?" I did. I wasn't gonna, deny the fact of I should probably do that. It's just I really didn't think I had to. 'Cause, I mean, it was done. It was small.
Any emotional moments for you?
All of it.
All of it?
Dude, watching you try not to tear up made me tear up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're sitting there, I can see your bottom lip quivering, so I'm looking over, I'm like, oh, should have done that. I don't know why I was gonna cry. It had nothing to do with me.
Good thing you had those sunglasses on to cover up the little moisture going on there.
Yeah, yeah, I did, didn't I? When, you two were doing your vows and all that. By the way, very nice vows, both of you.
Thank you.
Those are very nice, very well thought out.
Okay. Next moment is everyone's sitting at the tables. Everyone's inside, and we're lined up outside, being introduced one at a time. I believe, if my memory's correct, you were the first one walking out there while everyone's watching. How did that go?
I just, I stood there, as we are being called in. I stood there. I walk up, I raise my hand, wave to everybody. I'm not really looking at anyone, just kind of me being me. I thought about doing something cool, but I couldn't think of anything, so I just put one hand in one pocket and went.
Now, what was your opinion or your thoughts when you saw Slater, who came in right after you?
See, now that was funny. I mean, I didn't expect him to really do the whole robot thing, but he did a good job at that.
The best man Stegman came out.
Yeah, he stole my idea.
What did he do that was your idea?
Did the he did the whole James Bond friggin' move. I was gonna do that.
Did you tell him that beforehand, or did you just pick up on it somehow?
No, I didn't tell him anything. I was going to do it, and then I was like, nah, I don't know if I should. And then he did it. Sitting there looking all cool, pops his, jacket and everything. I was like, really? Stole my idea. Yeah, it was good.
And then my dad gave a speech.
Yeah, he caught me off guard. Well, he won't admit it, but he started tearing up, and then so did I. Speech was very heartwarming.
And then we did some dancing on the dance floor. But to start that off, we played the napkin game.
Yeah, I was really hoping I was not going to get pulled up for that. Well, I mean, if nobody's ever heard of the napkin game, you take the napkin, you toss it from person to person, you can go back and forth, left and right, whatever. Just whoever it lands on, and the song is done, that person has to go up. And lo and behold, it was my younger brother. Yeah, I didn't want to go up there. I wasn't having that happen. I mean, at first I was just talking to Christian, Jack's wife, Dubs, his girlfriend. They all wanted to go up there and dance. I pretty much said no. I was pretty much, not pretty much, I said no. I was like, no, I don't dance. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't really care for it.
Uh-huh.
And then I thought, well, why not? Why not go up and dance and have fun? See where the rest of it goes. Dubs was dancing, if that's what you want to call it. I don't think I saw your brothers dance. Pretty much me, Dubs, Kaylee, Dubs' girlfriend. Can't remember the guy who was standing next to me, but he was wearing glasses. Yeah, he was a hoot too. He was pretty funny. I mean, for the rest of the night, we pretty much just danced. I sat down for a little bit, danced a little more, played a lot of great songs. Slater and his uncle, they were both great dancers. I couldn't have pulled it off. I wouldn't have done it. There's no way I would have done that. I would have just made a big fool of myself. Not that I don't do that on a daily basis anyways. But there's competition, and then there's those two. There's no competition there. Those two can go at it. Nope. I'm not getting involved.
And at the end of the night, there was a send-off. What was the send-off like?
I mean, that was a new one to me, too. We all had those little sticks, probably about yay big, little lace on them, tiny little bell. We waved them around as you guys walked through them. Ability of taking care of two probably expensive rings and having the thought of, well, if I lose this, I'm dead. Or, say, I trip walking down the aisle. I thought about that, actually. I was like, what if my shoe comes untied and I trip going down the aisle? That had just been embarrassing. embarrassing. I'd laugh, but it would have been embarrassing. It wasn't a heavy burden. It was fun. I liked it.
Well, I hope you know that you doing it was a very special moment for me, and it was a great way, that I could have you do it, be the one that passed me the rings, and hold one of the most important jobs and all that. So, thank you for that.
And, Grant, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have done it any differently. I would have said yes no matter what. I mean, me and you were tight,
Yeah.
Just to say it again, wedding was beautiful. I'm sure that you and Sharanda will do very well in your relationship. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck.